Hi, welcome to the Northern Magpie. My name is Karen, and on this channel, we like to do all the shiny new things. I've done a lot of different crafts over the years, everything from jewelry, sculpting, painting, knitting, soap making, spinning, weaving. I'm sure there's more that I can't think of. Oh my gosh, cross stitch, blackwork, embroidery. So I've done a lot of different things over the years, and what my latest obsession is crochet, specifically amigurumi. It's funny because I never really liked the look of crochet, especially like crochet garments. It always looked kind of clunky to me, and I don't know, it just wasn't my style. I much prefer the look of knitting, you know, the smooth stockinette fabric. And I actually did try to learn to crochet once. It was probably about 8 or 10 years ago. I can't remember specifically, but it didn't go well. It just wouldn't, I couldn't make the connection in my brain, what I needed to do, how I needed to move my hands, move the hook. So after trying sort of off and on for a couple of days, I just gave up. And I had the idea in my head that I just couldn't crochet, that crochet was one of those things that I couldn't do. So I moved on from that, moved on to a bunch of other different things. Recently, I got reinterested in knitting and yarn, basically, when my mom told me about the Game of Wool TV show. Now that's a whole other topic. I'm not going to get into that today. But watching that show made me remember how much fun it was to manipulate the yarn, how satisfying it was to watch the fabric form as you knitted with it. And there was a lot of crochet on that show too. And I've always been drawn to sculpting and making like little scenes. And in the past, I've always worked with polymer clay. But the Game of Wool kind of showed me the whole amigurumi side of crochet. And that's what really sort of, I guess, piqued my interest and made me think that maybe it was worth giving it another try. I mean, if millions of people around the world can learn to crochet, surely I can learn to crochet too. So I put on my big girl pants and I went to YouTube. And honestly, I've watched so many videos now over the last month actually. Over the last month, I've watched so many different YouTube videos and tutorials, and that I couldn't tell you when it actually clicked for me. But it did, and I learned how to single crochet. And from then I went to double crochet, half double crochet, even treble crochet. And I started to see how those stitches could work together to create different shapes and represent different things. And it just really got me interested in exploring it and seeing what I could do with it. So my very first project, my very first completed crochet project is Winston. This is Winston. Winston is very wonky. This is the pattern for the small pocket dragon. And I cannot remember the name of the creator at this precise moment, but I'll put it in the description with a link to the pattern. So Winston is made out of t-shirt yarn that I got in a little kit on Amazon. And while he is very wonky, he also has a lot of charm. And so Winston is now my mascot. He's my crochet mascot. So after I made Winston, I moved on and made Wanda. So this is my second ever crochet project. And Wanda is made out of some sort of fuzzy, soft, supposedly cashmere blend yarn that I got on Amazon. Don't know if it actually is cashmere, but she's very soft and very fluffy, and she hangs out with Winston. So since then, I have played around some more, and well, I'll show you one of my whips. I was actually inspired to do this by the Faded Wallflower Crochet on YouTube. She made the mushroom guy, who apparently was a viral pattern. I didn't know anything about it because at that point I wasn't doing anything crochet related, but she made the mushroom guy, and I thought I want to make the mushroom guy too because he was just amazing. And I live in a very rural area, so there's not a whole lot of yarn available in my area. So what I managed to get my hands on was Bernat Blanket. So he's not quite done. This is my mushroom guy. He's very adorable. I love him very much. And he still needs the spots on his hat, and actually he still needs his hat to be connected. But I think he's fantastic. And this is what's really gotten me going on the amigurumi. So I've been bitten by the bug. We'll see where it goes from here. But anyways, I'm hoping to post probably once a week with updates on what I'm working on and experiences I have along the way. I'm still searching for the perfect acrylic yarn for the other amigurumis that I want to make, because I do actually tend to prefer worsted weight amigurumi rather than like the big chunky blanket weight. So I'll probably post something about that. And also I'll probably post about the different hooks that I've tried as well. So I have settled on a favorite, but you'll have to watch that video to see. Anyways, thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.